I've made a few more changes to this van. We're always looking for ways to make this van better. So I've done 3 different things over the last few days, and I'll show you what they are and why I've done them. So the first thing that we've done is we've added all brand new nets to this van. It just offers you a little bit more privacy, that's all. And they weren't expensive either. I think we got the whole set for about £25, but it's always a pain when you put nets up, when you're trying to get those little hooks into plastic. So these ones that we've bought are a little bit different. Whatever makes life easier, I'm definitely up for it. I'll show you these nets. So they're the nets that we've bought. Nothing special, just basic, but it's the fitment that's different. If you look there, hopefully you can see this, we've got these things, just plastic rails, but they stick on. As you can see on this side as well. So you just level them out, stick them on, and then pop your rail in. The rail just slots in like that. So that made that job really easy. Also, something else we've done, which I think is going to help a lot, is as you get to autumn and winter, it gets dark early. So you're forever putting lights on and off. So I bought something else, and it's just in here. So these are LED lights, and again, they just stick on. So basically they detect motion and then come on every time you walk in. And then after a few seconds, they go off. So I think they're really useful. And if we're going to the bedroom, I thought it'd be a good idea to also have some in the cupboards. So we've got all this clothes in there, and them lights just come on once again as soon as you put your hand near them. So we're putting those in all cupboards, and again after a few seconds it'll go back off. And on this side of the kitchen, I've also put one underneath that cupboard. Another thing that can be a bit of a problem in a static caravan is space and storage. And Jenny's got quite a lot of clothes, but it's difficult sometimes to get a wardrobe to fit in certain places. So we found a way around that, and it's also a lot cheaper. I'll show you. So going back down this hallway, this is what we use as a dressing room. It did have 2 single beds in, but we don't really have a need for it. But over this side, you've got some storage just there, but we wanted more space for his clothes. So we've bought these. I know they might look a little strange. And then we've got one of these as well to put shoes in. And they were really easy to fit because all you do is screw them underneath there. So now Jenny's got plenty of space for her clothes, and they are out the way as well. Plus they're not enclosed in a wardrobe, so they're getting better airflow at the same time. And these 2 rails were only £14 each, and that is a really good space saver. So I thought those lights were a really good addition to this van. You don't always have to be using your electric, and I know lights don't take a lot of electric, but if you can get things like that for hallway and your wardrobes, I think they're worth having. And they're also rechargeable as well, so you're not buying batteries for them. But better than that, we got those from Temu, and they only cost £2 each. Definitely a bargain and worth having for that price. The nets, as I said, I think they were about £25 for the whole set, and that's done all this area in here. And the rails were just a few pounds each, and it made that job that much easier. There's nothing worse than trying to screw into plastic. So what started off as a bit of a fiddly job became very easy. But I've also had something else done as well, and that's outside. So I'll pop outside and show you what we've done. I'll just work my way around the back of this van. And if you remember, I put those slabs down not too long ago because we wanted to move a shed onto those slabs, which we did over the last couple of days. And you can see it's perfectly level. Looks like Jess has come to see me again. Alright, Jess. But the reason we had this shed moved over here was so we could put this tumble dryer and washer in here. It is a big help to have your own facilities like that. But of course, we have to have that wired in. And we got a guy to come out and he's wired it up with one of those. So, a proper job. Having that washer and tumble dryer in this shed at back at van is going to prove to be very useful, especially now we're creeping into autumn. We have got an on-site washer and dryer, but at the moment there's only one. And there's nothing worse than walking over and somebody's already got the clothes in it. So now we don't have to worry about that. And we've also had the plumber come out and he's plumbed it all in for us as well. I'm just working my way down to the bottom of the site because there's something I want to show you. It was a question that I was asked a couple of days ago. So we'll take a walk down and then I can answer that question for you. I was asked a few times about that van we was looking at a couple of days ago. And the day after I made that video, it sold. And I'm not surprised because it is a really nice van. But what I wanted to show you is down here. As you can see, we've got an empty pitch. The van has been taken away. And it's not because it had to go off site, because we don't have age restrictions on vans. It was taken because they decided they wanted to move it themselves. They didn't want the sheds, so they've left those, and they didn't want the decking. But that's no problem. I can quite easily sort that out. I have got a guy who does waste management and is also a scrap man. So in a few weeks' time, this will all be cleared up, ready for another van going on. And that was the question that a lady asked me. If you've got a van on this site and you want to take it elsewhere, are you allowed? As I mentioned before, you're never forced to take your vans off this site because we've removed age limits on vans. So as long as it's tidy, it can stay on this site as long as you want it to. If you want to sell your van or take it off site, you can do that. You don't have to sell it back to park owner. We don't work like that. You can leave it on site, carry on using it as your holiday home. You can sell it off site or you can sell it to somebody privately on site. And another lady asked me, do we charge a commission if the van is sold on this site? And the answer to that is yes. If you sell your van and it's staying on this park, we charge a commission and it's 15% plus VAT. And I think I answered in comments another question, are you allowed pets on this site? And yes, you are. We don't have any restrictions on people coming down with the pets or the friends or the family. You're allowed to do that. Once again, it's your property. And as long as that dog's well behaved and you keep it on a lead while it's on site, you can definitely bring your pets down if you want to. Not a problem at all. So I'm just working my way back down the site now. I just wanted to come down here to show you that now empty pitch and answer a couple of questions. It's really nice walking down this lane every day, and it's also a very quiet site. Nice and relaxing, just what we need. So there you go, a few more changes to our van, a couple of upgrades, but definitely worth doing. There's nothing better than having your very own washer and dryer. And when that guy fitted that electric box, he took it from the main box in the van and the wire goes under the van to that double socket that you saw. And he only charged us £100 to do that job, which I thought was very reasonable, considering he had to climb underneath fan attaching that wire. Those lights are definitely going to be a big help, especially since now it's starting to get dark that little bit earlier. So if there's anything else that I can think of to add to this van as we go through autumn and winter, then I'll definitely make a video and show you what we've done. And if you're interested in seeing videos like that, then please hit that subscribe button and press that notifications bell. And I'll see you next time. Take care.